Hey, good morning. I am at Heathrow Airport in London this morning. And didn't Vice President Vance do such a good job speaking in Munich?
No voter on this continent went to the ballot box.
Just random share. So as usual, when I open my Facebook, I have a comment doubting me, trying to discredit me from one of Prince George's County State's Attorney, Aisha Braveboy's homegirls, campaign workers, etc. And this woman is saying that I don't have evidence and I'm disgruntled that Aisha was involved in my mother filing false charges, my mother, Marsha Ridley, filing false charges against me, alleging I stole her car. So let me go ahead and proffer this video. You're going to hear my voice in this video, and you're going to see the wife of Governor Wes Moore.
I don't do all that.
Uncle Bunch, Governor's wife, your wife, at the table. And I'm trying to get her to tell her to stay because you're a client to be more impressed, but she's not listening. And in this video, I was at a party that was held for Aisha Braveboy on August 26, 2022. I went to this party with my mother in the same car. We were on good terms then. Again, my mother is very big in labor union. So she's both a labor union. My mother, Marsha Ridley, is both a campaign labor union supporter to Aisha and Aisha's godmother. So we were sat at a table where I happened to sit next to Governor Wes Moore's wife. If you want to know what we talked about, we spoke in Spanish to one another. She told me she was from Queens. We talked about my living in Lisbon and her husband being a Rhodes Scholar. We talked in length. And full disclosure, nothing creepy, nothing weird, nothing sexual or weird, but I have a personality where a lot of times I do just attract the wives and the energy of wives of very successful and wealthy men. I say that humbly. For years, my best friend was Neely Melton, who was married to Michael Melton, who is the wealthiest black man in Washington, D.C. It is what it is, and we just get along and we key. And after I met Don Moore at this party on August 26, 2022, she followed me on social media. And the reason I keep emphasizing this date is because maybe a few weeks after that, I successfully filed a protective order against my brother, Joseph Andy Gingery.
It's okay with you. I'm getting my shit if it's okay with you. What? Is that okay? You don't fucking live here. It's none of your business. You don't fucking live here.
You were hitting me in the garage.
Who has been indicted for drugs in Maryland before, but he had punched me. And like with a lot of mothers, not just black mothers, my brother is her golden child. And my mom was like, you're going to make Andy have to go back to jail. And in retaliation for that, my mom went and filed criminal charges in Aisha's office. Aisha is the criminal prosecutor for Prince George's County, Maryland. I'll put the paper on the screen saying she had not seen or heard from me since August 19th, 2022. Two things there. Aisha saw me at her birthday, at her party, whatever it was, on August 26, 2022. Aisha has known me for 20 years. She knows I would never steal a car. And she allowed my mother to go forward with these false charges to retaliate against me for filing a protective order against my brother. And Aisha and my mother, they all got together and decided to drop these charges. And I'll just speak freely. Once they found out I had these white boy, big time Jewish lawyers that were not going to play with their asses, they tried to do a whole thing. A victim drops charges to make my mother look like she just dropped the charges. A car that was not even in my possession when I was arrested. But Aisha Braveboy, knowing that I was at her birthday party, knowing that I signed in at her party, whatever it was, with Judy Danso, who's her chief of staff, allowed my mother to move forward with these false charges. And then when a criminal complaint was filed against my mother, they had Judy Danso call me in her Prince George's County, Maryland State's Attorney capacity and say, and by the way, she called me from a 22 Google Voice number, saying in her ghetto ass voice, Caroline, you know we're not going to press charges against your mother. With all the campaign support she gave Aisha, we're not going to press charges. And then I said back to Judy, because my interior ring camera is going, and I had her on speaker, I said, are you okay with this conversation being recorded? And she said, and she hung up. She said no, and she hung up. And then FBI agent Ashley Belcher called me for that recording and told me that I gave her that recording, and the agent Belcher told me that I cannot share that on social media because Judy wasn't aware that she wasn't being recorded. But with Aisha's campaign folks keep leaving shit on my page, I'm this close. I'm probably going to share it the day before y'all go to polls. But this girl is on camera saying they're not going to press charges against my mother because of the labor union support, Metropolitan Washington Council of Government, and Teamster support my mother steered towards Aisha's campaign. So, peace.
That's why the Washington Metropolitan Council AFL-CIO has endorsed Aisha Braveboy.